Alright, it finally happened. Newcastle has become the richest football club in the world. This might be difficult to believe, but it's true. On the 7th of October, the football world was just blown up. Newcastle was sold for 360 million euros for the Saudi Arabian government's Public Investment Fund, PIF for short. Now it is the most powerful football club when it comes to finance. The fortune of the new owners of Newcastle is estimated at 320 billion euros. And now, attention! We'll tell you the shocking difference between Newcastle and the rest of the richest clubs in the world. Newcastle owners have 13 times more money than Manchester City owners. Newcastle owners have 35 times more money than Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich. Newcastle owners have 49 times more money than PSG owners. Just think about these figures. There's also a picture on Twitter that shows the fortune of Newcastle new owners, which is more than 75% of the fortune of all other owners of Premier League clubs in total. Wow, there's only one conclusion here. A brand new hegemon has appeared in world football, which will attempt to climb to the top in the very near future. Today, we'll be talking about the most topical questions related to the near future of Newcastle, the most interesting of which is the following. What sort of squad can be assembled in a new top club from the EPL? And here we have lots of options to look for. So friends, sit back as we are getting started. To begin with, it is worth noting the declared ambitions of the new owners of Newcastle, and they are like we were all expecting. Newcastle deserves to be at the top of the Premier League. We want to get there. It takes time, but we will get to the very top. We are proud to be part of the Premier League. There is a serious competition here. We like it. The Premier League has the best football in the world, and Newcastle is the best team in the world. We want to win trophies. First place in the Premier League, European success. That's what we want. Though this means that we need to be patient. Investment is a must. We have a great lineup. We are interested in further boosting it, but for that, we need to work within the financial fair play. But rest assured, we want to invest in all levels of the club. We want to have the best squad. I talked to the coach and we introduced ourselves. We are going to speak with him in the upcoming days. We support him. Now we are not going to talk about the future of the manager, about possible purchases. We are about to evaluate everything related to sports activities, the commercial side, and only then make decisions. Concluded the new director of Newcastle, Amanda Stavely. To summarize, the Sheikhs want to see Newcastle as the champion of the Premier League and the future winner of the Champions League. Everything goes according to Chelsea, Manchester City and PSG scenario. It promises to be a long and exciting path of champions. We are all incredibly lucky to witness a new competitive project in football, the development of which will be exciting to monitor. Interestingly enough, at the time of making this video, Newcastle was at the 19th place in the Premier League, gaining only 3 points in 7 match weeks. Of course, such a result immediately puts the current head coach of the team, Steve Bruce, in a very shaky position. The English press is certain that the first decision of the new management will be the second of the specialist. Given the enormous financial capacity, Newcastle can afford a greater character on the coaching wheel. Plenty of names are called in the English media. Let's have a look at the most amusing of them. Steven Gerrard, Zinedine Zidane, Frank Lampard, Andriy Shevchenko, Jose Mourinho, Rafael Benitez, Alan Shearer, Andrea Pirlo, Kevin Keegan, and Antonio Conte. The favorites for the position from the above list are Gerrard, Lampard, and Kante. Steven Gerrard, Rangers' current manager, is considered as the most intriguing option. The legend of Liverpool has done an impressive job in Glasgow, bringing the league title back and taking the team a step higher. Frank Lampard failed to leave his mark in Chelsea and is considered a risky move by the Magpies. Antonio Conte is the most satisfying of all variants. The Italian specialist has a reputation of a real champion. Wherever he comes, all clubs become triumphant. This was the case with Juventus, this was the case with Chelsea, and the same was with Inter. No doubt, Conte is the best pick for Newcastle. But will Antonio agree to return to the Premier League once again? Will he agree to lead a project that is just at the beginning of its construction? Unlikely so. The competition in the Premier League is tough, and Conte may find working with Newcastle too risky for his reputation. Therefore, we are left with Gerrard and Lampard. Or maybe the management of Newcastle is going to surprise us? Which coach do you see at the head of the Magpies? Leave your opinion in the comments. Jan Oblak, Erling Haaland, Cristiano Ronaldo, Sergio Ramos, Virgil van Dijk, Theo Hernandez, Lionel Messi, Kevin De Bruyne, Santiago Muñoz, N'Golo Kante, and Kylian Mbappe. The picture with this unbelievable lineup was spread very fast on all social media platforms. Of course, the emotions of football fans are quite understandable. Newcastle is now the richest club in the world and therefore can easily afford absolutely any star of world football. But how realistic is such a scenario in real life? We will give you an answer that is no other than just a fairy tale. The Magpies has a long way of gaining the same level as Chelsea, Manchester City and PSG went through at one time. All of these teams needed the first big transfers to bring their teams up the scale. Chelsea had Hernan Crespo, Makelele, Damien Duff, Veron, Mutu and others. What about Man City? We can remember Robinho. PSG have Javier Pastore, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Thiago Silva. So there will be no Mbappe, Haaland, Messi and Ronaldo in Newcastle so far. Firstly, the Magpies need to book a place in the Premier League European Cup zone and finally get a sweet ticket to the UCL. Who can help Newcastle regain its former positions? We recall that the Magpies performed in the Champions League in 3 campaigns, which took place in 97-98, 02-03 and 03-04 seasons. The world media throws up a lot of options. Next up, we will mention the most promising ones to date. Eden Hazard, the Belgian does not live up to expectations in Real Madrid, and his return to the Premier League will not surprise no one. Filipe Coutinho, the Brazilian was a big disappointment at Camp Nou, and the Catalan club wants to get rid of the player. Gareth Bale, the Welshman spent his last season at the Santiago Bernabeu and is unlikely to reject a brand new fat contract. Kalidou Koulibaly, Napoli centre-back, has long dreamed of moving to the Premier League, and Newcastle can become the very club that will satisfy the financial appetites of both the player and the Neapolitan club. Aaron Ramsey didn't succeed in becoming a player in the Juventus main roster, so his departure is a matter of time. Newcastle should consider purchasing a top midfielder. Raheem Sterling. With the arrival of Grealish, Sterling is no longer considered an undisputed player of the starting 11, and Newcastle can try their luck with Raheem. Jesse Lingard. Lingard wants to succeed at Manchester United, but the competition is crazy there. Perhaps Jesse should lead more humble project. Edinson Cavani. Edinson Cavani may stay in the Premier League for another 1.5 or 2 seasons. The Black and Whites could be interested in the option involving the goal-scoring Uruguayan. Arturo Vidal. Inter wants to get rid of the scandalous Chilean, but Newcastle won't mind getting an experienced fighter on board. Alexis Sanchez, another good option from Inter. Alexis can prove that he still got it. Nabil Fekir. Fekir is the leader of Betis and one of the brightest players in La Liga. The Frenchman is in great shape. Ciro Immobile. Immobile is the reigning European champion and just a perfect goal scorer, which he confirms performing for Lazio. Alexander Lacazette. The paths of Arsenal and Lacazette should separate at the end of the season, and that sounds great for Newcastle for sure. Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele's contract with Barcelona expires at the end of the season. If the Frenchman gets offered an excellent contract, he can move to England. Franck Yessia. Franck Yessia is another footballer whose contract expires at the end of the season. That would be a nice boost to the center of the pitch. Isco. Next summer, Isco can be bought for free. His best years are behind, but perhaps the Spaniard will restart his career in England. Marcelo. Marcelo is about to become another free agent in the summer of 2022. Not a bad opportunity for Newcastle, right? Donny van de Beek. The top Dutch centre-half is sitting on the bench at Old Trafford, though he should play in the starting line. We've gone through 18 interesting options for Newcastle, but in fact, there are countless numbers of others. Newcastle can compete for any player in the world, having in fact unlimited financial resources. A new top club is emerging on the world football surface, and it will be a very exciting show. Friends, write in the comments the squad that should be assembled by Newcastle to succeed in both the Premier League and the Champions League. It will be very interesting to read. Well, it was Inside Football. We watch football from a different angle. Press like if you appreciated this video, and of course, give us a subscribe. We provide only the most interesting topics for our subscribers to discuss. Well, that is it. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.